I realized that dentistry needed a better financing platform when I spoke to a dentist that had 10 different lenders and his staff were trying to guess where to run the application to first. He said, we're wasting a lot of time on submitting applications, we get a lot of declines, and it's ultimately really difficult for our staff to utilize financing when we've got a patient ready to move. I knew that we needed to build a better financing solution when a dentist that we financed at the practice ended up cluing us into the opportunity to finance not just his office once, but all of his patients every month. One of the biggest mistakes I see dental offices making is financing is complicated and they try to do too much. Either they're putting too many lenders into the processes that their staff use, they're not using it all because it's too complicated, or they're presenting a lot of complex terms to the patients. When financing is easy, you get enough people approved and they get big enough approvals. That's ultimately the best way to implement financing, is when it's so simple that anybody can do it without training. The way that our system is different is we aggregate all of the lenders under a single patient application. So the patient only applies one time. We're going to run that application through a waterfall of multiple different lenders until we get an approval that meets the sale. Your staff doesn't have to guess or become experts trained in financing to be able to use financing at its absolute best capability. One office that I love to look at is a dental group that was using a lot of traditional financing, PayPal and Affirm and other traditional financing solutions. Their solution was just put many different lenders into the process and hope we get an approval. When Eve got involved, we were able to increase their approval rates, approving over 98% of their patients. Almost every patient was getting approved for everything that they needed in order to transact. And ultimately, their revenues increased by 200%. That's not always the general case that 200% increase is normal. We usually see offices increase their revenues by anywhere from 10 to 30%, but it highlights that when your staff tries to solve the problem entirely on your own, if you're not an expert in financing, you're definitely going to be leaving a lot of money on the table that could be captured if you bring in the professionals. If an office keeps doing what they've always done, they're going to keep getting what they've always gotten. By implementing better financing, you save staff time. Your staff doesn't have to become an expert, and you don't have to worry about them saying something that's going to get you in trouble with compliance. Generally, a dental office can expect to see their revenue increase by anywhere from 10 to 30% while saving time and frustration of your patients. More patients approved for more money in 30 seconds.